What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Leo coming to you guys with yet another video coming to you guys today with my Money in the Bank 2023 predictions. As we all know, Money in the Bank is this Saturday. There is this Saturday. So I want to give you guys my predictions as far as what I think is gonna happen. Who do I have becoming Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank this year, and how I see everything match wise kind of breaking down and what could potentially happen in these matches. So I wanted to give you guys my predictions for that. I will be on the Flex Zone this Saturday as we live stream that. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Um, and I'll probably even do a thoughts and opinions video after that. So definitely be on the lookout for that as well. But we're gonna get into it with the first match. This is no particular order. This is just me going randomly through it. We have the World Heavyweight Championship being defended. Seth Rollins, the champion, defending against Finn Balor. Um, this feud pretty much goes all the way back to SummerSlam in 2016. We all know that these two were the finals to crown the first ever Universal Champion. Back then, Finn Balor did win, but he relinquished it the next night due to injury. And they kind of added that element in the story now, you know, from their history. And Finn Balor is now gone rogue pretty much trying to pretty much kill Seth Rollins and get his get back after everything that has happened with those guys. Whether it's attacking him during matches, because we've seen him attack Rollins before he was able to do an open challenge last week, and then he attacked him on NXT as well, saying that he's pretty much showing that he's been showing a different side of Finn Balor. I think Seth Rollins had is bringing that side out of him, the Finn Balor of old, the Finn Balor that we've kind of seen at 2016 SummerSlam. But who do I think is going to win this match? As much as I like Finn Balor, I would love to see him become World Heavyweight Champion once again. It's not going to happen. I have Seth Rollins retaining the World Heavyweight Championship. And as he's celebrating, we will get the return of none other than Drew McIntyre, setting things up for a potential match between those two down the line, possibly at SummerSlam as well, so we can finally get Seth Rollins and Drew. Drew is probably going to come back as a heel, probably destroy Rollins or something like that. The stake is claimed that he is back and he wants that title, so I have to go with that match. For as far as that match goes, I have Rollins retaining. The next match we have the first of two Money in the Bank ladder matches. We have the men's Money in the Bank. We have Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Santos Escobar versus Butch versus Damian Priest versus Logan Paul versus L.A. Knight. Now, I know a lot of people have been talking that since Logan Paul has pretty much came back into the fold and pretty much just got added and had to qualify to be in the match, which is surprising to me, but at the same time I'm not, because it's Logan Paul. He's pretty much a part-time, and they usually like to do these things with part-time. They just put him in the match without having to really qualify. But outside of that, I think it is nobody else should win this match except for L.A. Knight. Yeah, I have L.A. Knight winning and becoming Mr. Money in the Bank and having that contract to cash in for the world or the undisputed title anytime, any place, anywhere he wants to, for up to 1 year. I definitely think LA Knight is definitely mega over right now, and I think the WWE, it would be a foolish decision if they didn't pull the trigger and put the briefcase on him. He definitely deserves it. He could do wonders while holding that briefcase, and he could probably even do wonders when he eventually cash in and become champion. So I have to go LA Knight for Mr. Money in the Bank. The next match, we gotta go for the the bloodline storyline, the whole civil war with the bloodline. We got the Usos versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa over a couple weeks ago. We got to finally see Jey Uso turn on Roman and align himself with his brother. And man, oh man, when I tell you that pop was crazy, my reaction definitely was crazy. I had no idea they were gonna do it this early, so it was kind of cool to see that. Now we're finally getting this storyline. Honestly, in this match, I could see the Usos winning, and it could be a situation where Solo Sikoa gets pinned because I don't think they're gonna have Roman take the pin, and then I guess you can have um, the story continue, and then maybe one of the Usos gets a title opportunity at Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank. Not Money in the Bank, but SummerSlam. So I gotta go with the Usos to pick up the win here. The next match I gotta it's another women's match. For the women's side of things for the Money in the Bank, we got Becky Lynch versus Zoe Stark, Zelina Vega, Bailey, Trish Stratus, and Io Sky. Now, at first I was like Becky could win it because she is like the has that advantage and being like the hometown favorite and whatnot. But me personally, this is who I have winning. I have Io Sky winning. I think it's her time. I think she's definitely gonna. I think we could see a situation where Bailey and Io are probably like the last two standing as far as who is gonna decide to win the briefcase. You know, Bailey, she's still a heel. She could be talking trash to Io. Just said it's my time, Io. I'm sorry. Like you'll have your moment eventually, but it's my time again. Io doesn't take too kindly to that. They're both on top of the ladder, and Io kicks her off the ladder and unhooks the briefcase and is declared Miss Money in the Bank. So I have Io Sky winning the match. The next match we have Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio. I think a lot of people are saying that this could be one of the matches of the night just because of the crowd involvement in a way. Because, the fans are going to be cheering for Cody and booing Dominic. Who do I think is going to win this match? I don't, unfortunately, as much as I love Cody, I don't think he's going to win. I think Dominic Mysterio is going to win the match. I think in the match, maybe the referee's down or something, or maybe one of those cases, I could see that happening. And Brock Lesnar returns and costs Cody Rhodes the match. And Dominic can brag about, I beat Cody. I beat the guy who main evented WrestleMania. I beat the guy who won the Royal Rumble. So he could go on and brag about that because that's definitely going to add a little bit more to Dominic's character overall. So I definitely do think Dominic is going to win the match, and then with Brock Lesnar's going to get involved, so it's not going to be a clean win for Dominic. It's going to be a sneaky heel type of win. He didn't beat him clean. It was a dirty win, but still he won nonetheless. And then we'll finally get to see Cody and Brock have their final match at SummerSlam in their part 3. The next match, it was just announced on Friday Night SmackDown. We have literally for the women's tag titles, we have Liv Morgan and Raquel, their challengers, up against Shayna and Ronda Rousey, the champions. In this match, I do think Ronda and Shayna are going to retain. I think it's going to be definitely a good match because Liv does have history with both of them because Liv, she did beat Ronda Rousey last year after she won Money in the Bank for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and then she also feuded with Shayna over the SmackDown Women's Championship when Liv Morgan was the champion, and then eventually lost it to Ronda Rousey. So there is history there. Um, Honestly, I think it's going to be a situation where Ronda and Shayna win, and I feel like it's a possibility with the because you seen what they were setting up. They were setting things up between Rhea and Raquel on last week's Raw. So I definitely think that's the route that they're gonna probably go in after Money in the Bank leading into SummerSlam. And I definitely think Liv is probably gonna be heavily involved in that story, possibly, but I'm not sure. But I do think it's a possibility we might get a heel turn from Liv at this pay per view. If we don't get the heel turn, I think we'll get a tease that it is potentially happening. And I do think if they don't do it here, I think they are at least going to tease it so it'll be in fans' minds that Liv could turn in the near future. And I think she will turn at SummerSlam during the probably the Rhea and Raquel match. And then either she's going to join Judgment Day or she just pretty much is going to be on her own doing her thing. I think that's a situation I could see play out. But definitely, Liv is going to be turning heel, possibly at this pay per view or SummerSlam. But at least they're probably going to at least tease it at this pay per view, like I said. But Ronda and Shayna are going to retain the women's tag titles. The next match, it's not confirmed as me right now, but I wanted to save that for the end of the video. I want to get all the matches that are confirmed out the way, and I want to save this part for this little match for the end of it. Even though it's not gonna be the main event or anything like that, but I do think this match is probably gonna get confirmed either tonight on Raw or some point during the week, and that is Matt Riddle versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. I do think that match is gonna probably end up being confirmed probably on Raw, and then we'll probably get that match at Money in the Bank. But who do I think is going to win? I think Gunther is going to retain. I do think it's going to be a hard hitting match because Matt Riddle is a hard hitter, so I definitely think the match is definitely going to probably potentially be match of the night if it's booked correctly and given time. I think it could definitely do wonders for both guys' careers. Even though I do think Gunther is going to retain the Intercontinental Championship, but it could probably bring back some type of feel to Matt Riddle to get more people behind him after the match that we've seen him compete in. So I definitely think that is a way that they could elevate Matt Riddle in the grand scheme of things to possibly be taken more serious because he's definitely been showing more of a serious side of him lately. Even though he's a babyface, he hasn't really been a heel, but he's just been more ruthless as of late, and I love to see it. But I do have Matt Riddle losing the match, and we will see Gunther retain the Intercontinental Championship. But those are my Money in the Bank 2023 predictions. Comment down below. Let me know what are your predictions for Money in the Bank this Saturday. Who you guys have winning these matches? Do you kind of agree with some of my takes that as far as how these matches could play out? Um, yeah, and we're on the road to 600. That's our next big milestone. We're at 586. So if you guys are new, you love wrestling, you love horror, you love all three, you look please subscribe to my channel. It definitely helps. Your subscription matters. Also, leave a like. It definitely helps out the algorithm, so more people can see what I'm doing over here on YouTube. That's what I really want to do. Um, Also, hit that post notification bell so every time I post a new video, whether if it's a reaction video, rant video, gaming video, live stream, any type of video for that matter, you guys can be in the loop when my videos do drop. So you can definitely be one of the first few to know when it happens. But I appreciate you guys kicking with me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.